very, very shortly. Okay?
Got to cut your puppy dog. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough. 我要 Singapore. From Malaysia. Singapore. Shanghai. Australia. Korea.
You were there to help me as a partner, leader partner. Like at very beginning, I'm very nervous in English, part meeting, but you were, oh, it's okay, we can speak Mandarin.
Show our willingness to learn and to grow. And I really, really admire you that, during this time when you give birth, you could have just said, I'm done, I need to take care of my baby. But you didn't, you still moving forward, you still working out and showing up for your child.
And to even prepare very extensive, very comprehensive flight.
I just want to acknowledge you for the heart that you have for the community. And you're an amazing mom.
She really put lots and lots of effort to nurture us with all her, I should say, her expertise in
having sticking to us till the end. And even though she had mentioned she's a newbie, but I had to take this moment to express my deepest gratitude to your hard work, determination, and also your unwavering support.
You're amazing. You're really amazing.
Say thank you to Elsa for her support. We talking about a business, also about being a mom. So you helped me to kill a lot of time at home.
And always encourage me, which really give me the motivation to keep going. Thank you again.
I'm going to have my time freedom, and I'm looking forward to my retirement soon. So I'm not going to think too much of it, just like it's there already, like the color of my eye.
Just the way it goes.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you have a good afternoon today. Okay, so thanks for being here. So whether you're exploring options or looking for a change or curious on how people actually make income online, you are in the right place today. Okay, so today we'll walk you through a proven business system that has helped over 250,000 people globally actually to start their digital business without tech skill, and also whether they have a large group of followers or approaching supports from friends and family. So there is nothing about drop shipping, okay? No, nothing about drop shipping, nothing about low tickets product or starting your own course from scratch. So this is a done for you digital business framework that change how we can work smarter than harder. And we will show you how you can actually do the same too. Where's my co-host shipping?
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Yeah, before we start, let's be practical, right? While we would like to provide solution for everyone here today, but in reality, this might not be meant for everyone, but only if you are like open-minded and you are coachable, and then you can set aside 1 to 2 hours a day to build something new. And if you are looking for a smarter way to earn from home or on the go, if you are looking for a solution to move away from your 9 to 5 routine and ready to live your life on your terms, then you will be eager to know what we are going to share with you.
So this digital business, this digital business is actually designed specially for employees who wants to create options or plan for an exit, or parents who wants more freedom, more time freedom, without sacrificing their income, or XMLM sales or insurance folks who are tired of chasing prospects, or even side hustler who are burnt out on how low tickets offer, have done for them, or anyone who has tried online business but couldn't get it to work. So if you see yourself in any of these lists, stay tuned till the end to learn more on this today's sharing. And just a gentle reminder, you are also free to take notes, take notes down on your questions, what you have as we go along, and direct all these questions to the person who have invited you today.
And now let's share a few stories from people who have started with this same business system. Introduce you to Karen Nguyen, whose life was completely transformed by this business. When Karen started, she didn't even have a Facebook account. She used to run her own dental lab, managing production, deliveries, and customer relationship all by herself. To grow her traditional business, she and her family relocated to a remote city away from her parents just to be close to her clients. And what began like a dream, right, actually became a grind. Long hour, no time for herself, and even less for her family. Then she found this digital business system.
Stripping, sorry to interrupt, but the slide is not moving.
Oh.
You will share, thanks.
So let me check. Okay, now the slide is back. So what actually, began as a dream for her actually become a grind. And then she has long hour, no time for herself, and even less for her family, right? And she found this digital business platform. So fast forward 5 years today, Karen actually shut down her dental lab, moved back to the city, brought her dream luxurious home, and even took her family on a first-class trip to Europe. And today she lives close to her parent again, just as she always wanted. It's a powerful reminder that with a right system and support, life can change completely.
Yes, so I'm actually totally also very inspired by Karen's story, especially as someone who came from brick and mortar background. She immediately saw the value of this business model. Now, let me introduce another inspiring couple, also Karen, but it's Chris and Karen from Canada. Okay, so Chris was a firefighter and Karen was a school teacher. And together, they actually built their dream log home in the countryside, a true labor of love. But as retirement loomed, reality just set in. Their mortgage still wasn't paid off, and their vision of traveling around the world, like many of us, felt financially really out of reach. And they started asking themselves, is this it? Sometimes we also ask ourselves these type of questions. Yes. So starting an online business like this felt completely really out of their comfort zone. But one day they realized something really powerful. If they don't take any action, nothing changes. And as they put it, they were too young to actually feel old. So they jump in with 2 feet, and step by step, they follow the training, learn the system, and began building their online income without burning out or starting out from scratch. And today, guess what? Their mortgage is totally paid off, okay? And they have been traveling around the world. They never miss their grandson baseball games, and they even hosted beautiful weddings at their dream home for their grown children. That could be all our dreams, but could reality really be there? Yes, it can be actually. So their story is actually a living proof, and it's never too late to pivot, and your next chapter might just be as fulfilling as them.
Yeah, I love watching Chris and Karen, just like Delphine had shared.
Yes.
Live their dream retirement life. And what about stay-at-home moms or immigrants starting from scratch? Let me introduce you to Amy, originally from Taiwan, and now she's living in Vancouver. So back in 2017, Amy and her family actually migrated to Canada in search for a better future. But then starting over always wasn't easy with no local experience and limited opportunity. So both she and her husband had to take on job just to make ends meet. That means even though like placing their young children in daycare, which we call childcare here, which was exactly the opposite of life they actually wanted. They didn't actually move across the world, to just work around the clock and miss their kids growing up. Amy had actually tried many different ways to earn online. Most failed. Some was actually outright scam, but she never gave up the right opportunity and she found this system. With mentorship, automation, and a supportive community, everything changed. Within 3 years, they saved enough for a down payment on their first home. Today, Amy picks her kids up from school every afternoon and plans their activity and is present for their milestone. This is what most mom actually wants that for. So she actually finally created a freedom and lifestyle that she and his family migrated for, and that all just started with just one decision.
Yes, so none of the people we actually shared here, like Karen, Chris and Karen, or Amy, they ever imagined that one day they will run an online business. They were just like many of us, teachers, full-time moms, immigrants, stay-at-home moms, small business owner, 9 to 5 employee, just like many of us, with zero experience online. But they had the courage. They had the courage to actually try something new and out of their comfort zone. And maybe you are like that too, okay? So if you ever tried to change your life, but it didn't work, or if you have never done anything online before, or if you are not tech savvy, that held you back. So can you relate to any of this? So if you do, help me to put a yes in the chat right now. Yes, so here is something, okay? Here's something else. Most of you are actually here because you see a post, you see a video, or you see an ad that you can relate to. A transformation that might be more for what your life is right now. Was that also you? So if yes, so please type a yes in the chat also. So thank you for all the yes, 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 okay? So thanks for being honest and thank you for being here. So when we share these stories, it's not to show off, what their achievement is and things like that. No, it's to show what is really truly possible. Even if you have never done this before, just like me. So don't let that old doubts or past experience hold you back. There's always the first time. And if they can do it, and if I can do it, we can do it, so can you as well.
Yeah. So, everyone can actually do it. This is for everyday people. So by now you are probably wondering, okay, but what exactly is this business? How do people actually earn online through this system? Great question. So, let's get on to the real stuff. We all know that there are tons of ways to build an income these days, right? Let's break down a few common ones that I often heard, and why they might not work for most people. First one that we commonly heard is the so-called the product-based kind of business like Shopify or Amazon. Sounds good, right? Until you are actually a buried inventory, shipping, return, or low profit margin. Most people end up being their own warehouse. They stock up their house with products. So the second one, which is also another great one, which will be like creating your own course. Great, right? If you have something to teach, but most people don't. So even if you do, right, you are most of the time stuck with content creation, marketing, customer service, tech setup, all on your own. So this make it very difficult, to start if you're on your own. The third one, which that these kids these days, they actually like it a lot, which is becoming a content creator. Sure, being a YouTuber or TikToker sounds glamorous, right? Can make a lot of money, But then it all takes time, consistency, gear, editing, and sometimes even a team, behind, but you didn't even know. So before even you could start earning, right? So what's the difference about this? So with this system, you don't have to create products or build a brand from scratch or have a large group of followers. Instead, you tap into a done-for-you digital business framework that include. First one is the high-ticket products already selected, a sales funnel, website, CRM, all built for us, marketing and mentorship to help you grow, automation so that your business can run while juggling your day-to-day stuff. So what you need to do is to show up, learn the skill, plug into the business.
Yes, so starting a business always sounds very exciting, when we start something new, but we also have to be realistic. So without a clear business strategy, it's easy to actually spend time and money and still feel stuck, burned out and wondering, if we are even cut out for it. And you know what? Most people don't need another gadget. They don't need another mug. They don't need another trendy product to sell. What we really need, or people really need right now, is the passive income. So if you agree, drop PI, stand for passive income, in the chat for passive income, and we'll see how many of you all actually agree with this. So here's the truth, okay? There isn't just another product selling. This isn't just another product selling scheme. We're not here to sell you more stuff. We are here to really solve your real problems. So if you have tried selling products, launching a course, creating your own brand, or even join things that ended in scam, and nothing seems to really work, you're not alone, okay? This wasn't your fault as well. We're all taught to trade time for money and not to make use of the system to actually work for us. But this business structure is very different, okay? It is built to run automatically to provide us with the freedom to actually juggle with our day-to-day activities, like, working moms or working dad, we're always busy with our kids, our family, our parents, So we need that time freedom actually. So this business structure provides us or you with a full business setup, mentorship guidance, and community support, ready to actually help you go from stuck to skilling. So you don't need to actually figure out everything by yourself. You're not alone. You're not solo.
Yeah, so actually all business go through 4 stages. So the advantage of our system is because it simplified all of them for us. So first one, which is the product, is being taken care of. You don't need to invent anything. We work with established high-ticket products already proven to sell. Second one is the sales platform. We provide the entire system, such as your personal website, funnel, back-end system support, example. So the third one will be the marketing. You will learn how to inspire others rather than chasing them. And lastly, the administrative management, which is an automated system which take care of the payment, delivery, customer management, all done for you. So whether you're a beginner or you're already in the business, this gives you a shortcut most people don't get. So in the next following slide, we'll be sharing in details about the 4 stages. So like I mentioned before, stage 1, which is the product. This is where most people actually get stuck when they try to create something new from scratch or selling low ticket items that actually barely makes a profit. Some low ticket item, like making a 20, 30 cents. So under this business model, this has been taken care of. We partner with a global established enterprise that offer high ticket products. These are premium solutions with real demand and strong commission. Hence, you'll be starting with a product that is already proven to sell. You don't have to hold inventory, you don't have to deal with shipping or customer or anything from scratch. Just stay plugged in and ready to start your business.
Yes, and for stage 2, which is the sales platform, you will actually get a done-for-you website, sales funnel, and customer relationship management software, which we call it CRM, okay, all professionally built for you, saving you the additional operating cost to hire designer, developer, or figure out complicated tech tools. Your business setup is ready to run right out of the gate.
Yeah, and here where you will learn is to attract others to you. You'll get step-by-step training on how to market authentically, even if you have never posted online before. No dancing on TikTok, although it's a trend now, unless you want to.
Yes. So once your system is running, the backend actually takes care of all the heavy lifting. For example, the payment, the customer tracking, all these are automated. So with all this automated, it frees up your time, to be with your family, your children, your parents, do whatever you want, so you can focus on what really matters, growing your business and really living your life out.
So what exactly are we offering, and what this make different from everything else out there? So this isn't just another side hustle or side gig. It's a proven online business system that is already working for 1,000 worldwide. So you don't have to study theory. You just learn and earn at the same time with a system that does most heavy lifting for you. But let me be upfront too. If you see yourself as a salesperson chasing commission, then this might not be a right fit for you, because what we are offering is much more than selling. So what is it? Think of it as like a digital business franchise system, which is designed to turn you into a business owner and not just another sales rep. So if your dream is to spend more time with your family, creating income without a ceiling, you can work anywhere with just your phone, build some things that feel meaningful, then this business is built for you.
Yes. So let me ask you something very important. Do you want to stay at where you are right now? Your status right now, or is it time to really become your own boss? So start thinking about all this. And here's really the real difference between the two. Entrepreneurs, they focus on the goals. They ask, how can I make this happen? They find solution, they overcome obstacles, and they finish the task because their goals matters more than their doubts. And for employees, they focus on the process. They worried about the steps, the risks, and all the what ifs, things like, will this be too hard? What if I really mess it up? And can I really do it? What if I lost money? Is this even safe? So these are the questions that, every time we will keep asking ourselves. And those questions actually pull them back into the comfort zone, even if that comfort zone is full of stress and uncertainty. So these days, even traditional paychecks aren't guaranteed. So how do we success here with this business model? We follow the proven system that mitigate the risk that you're all worried about with the system tools, the trainings, the mentorship, and the community supports by your side. You are never building this alone. So by now, some of you might be a little curious on who we are and why are we sharing this business opportunity here with you. And if you're wondering that, drop a me in the chat as well. Okay, so let me see who is actually curious about this digital business. So the truth is, I'm someone who has actually personally benefited from this business. Let me share a bit about myself, okay? I'm not just here to present information to you, not just being a host here. I'm here because I've experienced how this system can create real changes, not just financially, but also in terms of lifestyle, freedom, and also personal growth. I'm a full-time working mom to 3 kids. And I'm working in the financial industry for the past 20 years. I think like many of you all here working in the industry for so many years and have been a constant 9 to 5 slaves to my company. Okay. The company has been sabotaging me. I use the word sabotage, okay? Sabotaging my life because they entice me with the yearly bonus and the increment for my time commitment to them every day. And there are days where I felt like giving up, because I got my hands so tight, but I got my hand tied up with that money expenses. Money expenses commitment that I have no backup plans that I can fall back on. So that has always been a misery for those who work. So years after years, I told myself to wait for that bonus and, one day that's it. But however, as our household expenses increases as the kids grow, kids don't stay the age they are, they grow, and as they grow, the expenses grow higher as well. And they become more and more impossible for me to actually get out of that sabotage company. So we don't have backup funds and we don't have backup plans. Like many others, I don't think we have backup plans as well. We just work and work 9 to 5. And we have lots of bills to pay. We're in the same marathon, just like many families, chasing after that month-end salary just to pay bills, frankly speaking. And that year of pandemic, if all remember, in year 2020, that was our wake-up call. Why? Because we saw many friends got laid off overnight, many in the same situation as us without backup plans. And with 3 kids in tow, I know that I can't afford to take things for granted. So one day I started looking for an opportunity to actually earn online during pockets of my time that I have. That's where I came upon this digital business model, which actually enabled me to bring along with me whenever I am, even when I'm traveling. So just a handphone in my pocket, as simple as that. Now I get to earn that extra that I needed for the family, as well as to prepare for my retirement. And that is my backup. So as a busy mom to 3 kids, I get to leverage on the plug and play automated system to run my business. And with the global community support and sharing, this entrepreneurship for me, as a mom, is just so easy and so hassle-free. So if you're nodding along thinking, oh, that's me as well, okay? So put up your hand if that's you. So let us show you how this business can actually work for you as well. So there's no secret to my success, okay? I found this online system, business system, exactly the way you did. So I've learned the latest, most practical marketing strategy to promote this business and all the backend and the admin work. So it's all taken care for me. Imagine my expertise from a desk-bound job, to starting an online business. Oh, that was scary, I tell you. I had a fear that time, but I didn't know it was that easy. So this business completely changed the way I view online entrepreneurship. I realized it is not just about selling a product, you know. It is about building and running an automated system where I can grow my business by simply sharing my journey and developing my personal brand. And it solved so many of my previous struggle and gave me everything that I was looking for. So it was perfect for someone like me who actually love a more relaxed and laid back lifestyle.
Yeah, thanks, Delphine. I like your, you say 9 to 5 slave. I used to be one too. So, I don't know whether is there anyone like me here today who thought by stepping off the career ladder and taking a less stressful job, less money, I could actually finally get more life balance. But is that really the case? For me, it wasn't. I still faced another different kind of challenge. So let me share my so-called expensive lesson. So there was one weekend that I never forget. A last minute urgent job came up. Instead of enjoying my weekend with my kids, we actually planned to go somewhere. But when I was outside and I had to call back, I had no choice but to bring her along. So she sat there, watched me work, and even took a photo of me looking upset. She was like surrounded with machine. At that moment, this really, hits me. So this is not a childhood I want her to carry. My mother is my mother is always unhappy. Is it because of me? And this is not the life I want for myself either. For years, I was like burnout, feel like an endless cycle, deadline, long hour stress. So pay cut helps? No, it doesn't. So I try to search something online, to supplement back my income, which I actually got from the pay cut. So until I found this, what I like to call it a business in the box, a system that we have just shared earlier that help everyday people, like me with zero business background to start something on the side. You'll probably heard the saying this day, right? Use your 9 to 5 to find your 5 to 9. And now I truly understand what that means. With a plan, not only did I build another stream of income, I also plan for my early retirement and even create a legacy for my child. Today, I have more freedom to travel, more time, better relationship with my child, and the ability to create income without being tied to a lab or an office. I found my backup plan, and I can say this with confidence. I found the life I want, and I hope you can find yours too. I believe we are here today for a reason. I may not know what is it, but I do know this, you're in the right place today because this business is for everyone. The only variable is you. So are you going to keep things going the way you are, the way it is now, or are you ready to create the life you actually want? This platform actually allows many everyday people like me to own a business that I one day can leave as a legacy for my child. As we know that, this day, even having a degree, it doesn't guarantee you a job. So what will happen to my kids if that happens to her? So I hope my little story give you enough confidence to take that first step, even if it feels like, it's stepping into the unknown, because the only way things change is when you do.
Wow.
So a lot of people actually, spend thousands of dollars trying to set up a business on things like, the CRM systems, the sales funnel, tax expert to build everything for them. And I heard enough, stories to know that actually many invested in course and yet feel lost without proper mentorship. But here with this system, you don't have to actually bear this cost. Everything from automation to back-end tools are already set up for you. That's what actually makes it so hassle-free. You just get to focus on growing your income without the tech overwhelm.
Yes, and the truth is, just the two alone, like ClickFunnels, Infusionsoft, and webinar platforms could actually cost you over 20K if you tried to set them up yourself. But with this system, you get access to everything already done and integrated for you. So you're not left to figure out what works. The training is step-by-step, beginner-friendly, and built to help you generate real income all in one place.
Yeah. And one thing I value most about this business is the mentorship and community support that we have. Actually, you get to learn directly from million-dollar earner and leader, and that kind of guidance honestly is priceless. And often I heard they say that, your income actually reflects the 5 people you spend the most time with. And here you are actually surrounded by people who are actually doing it, not just by talking theory. We are not here to we are not just here creating global income. We are also making high ticket sales with commission that can actually reach up to 5K or more. And that's the kind of potential people never knew exists online. And here's the part that what makes this business so appealing, especially if you don't like selling. I don't like selling. Do you? Anyone like selling here? I think most of us don't. So what we do here is we use a fully automated sales funnel that does the heavy lifting for us. That means no pitching to people, no manual follow-up, no explaining over and over again. The system actually creates awareness, build interest, drive action while you focus on showing up and growing. And the best part, right? No inventory, no stockpiling. So your house need not become a warehouse. And also no shipping stress, customer won't chase you, for the products that you didn't ship up. You won't be packing box, juggling size, or queue up at the post office. So that is why it's beginner friendly and it's scalable. Whether you're a full-time parent, busy professional, or just starting up, you can actually build this from anywhere without the usual headache that I have mentioned before. So most people think that setting up business is like hard, but here it's already done for you.
Yes, so most people actually started an online business only to feel tied down again. But with this business model, you're free to work from anywhere in pockets of your time, So that should be the kind of flexibility and online entrepreneurship should actually provide to you.
And now that you have seen what is possible, right? Most of us didn't start with all the answer. We just actually hit a point where we know something has to change. So we took the first step, even when we wasn't 100% ready or sure. Because of that one decision leads us here with flexibility, income, and a community that actually has our back. So if this even spark a little tiny what if in your heart, stay close because up next we'll show you exactly how the system works. Everything you need is already prepared for you.
Yes, so what we're offering here today isn't just a program. It is a complete online business startup system with everything you need to get started the right way. So think of it as your one-stop resource hub, that is packed with a done-for-you sales funnel, CRM and business management tools, social media and digital marketing trainings, real-time mentorship and community support, and lifetime access to review, revisit, and grow at your own pace. So when you activate your access with just the USD 149, you will be guided through everything. Everything from the full business model, the partnership background and alignment, the cost, earning potential, and your best startup path, risk assessment, readiness, and support, and most importantly, whether this is a right fit for you. So there's no obligation. This is your opportunity to actually explore a legitimate path with all the tools, trainings, and insight to finally move forward with confidence. And if at any point of time you feel it is not for you, you can actually request for a 100% refund within 30 days, as long as you haven't had your one-to-one strategy session yet.
So you heard us share about the business framework. So here's your next step. We are not here to hype you, We are here to show you exactly what is possible. The same system that's already changing my lifestyle and many others here, just like Delphine. Most people stay stuck because they never see the full picture. They either jump in blindly or stay on the sidelines, still guessing. But the truth is, not deciding is still a decision, and it often means nothing changed. That's why this 149 step exists. It's not about buying a business. It's about buying the clarity, a chance to see the entire framework laid out before you commit. With it, you will get a full business breakdown video, model, product, startup cost, and earning potential. Most people are interested in the earning potential, right? And also you get to be added to our private Facebook global community, and also 30-day refund guarantees, like what Delphine has mentioned, as long as you have not booked your one-to-one strategy call yet. So, but let's be real here, right? There are actually many different business strategies with various startup costs once you decide that this is for you. But that's the point. This 149 let you decide with clarity and confidence. If you decide to go ahead, this will actually include the support from real mentor and coach you can reach out anytime. The tools worth 30K, which include your website, funnels, CRM, automation, all done for you. So it's risk-free. And more than that, it's a perspective shifting. Ask yourself, what is the real risk trying this or staying the same? So the link is in the chat now. If the QR code doesn't work, just click on the link directly. Once you complete the access, you will get your welcome email immediately and you can start today.
Yes. So I've been in the business for years, and one thing I can tell you is the mentorship and the support don't stop after you pay. There are no surprise fee for the ongoing coaching later on. Our mentor walk the talk and stay with you as long as you keep showing up. So if you're ready to explore something different, something real, now this is the time. Okay. So for the cost of a meal, family meal out, you could be stepping into a completely new direction for your life. Take action now while the link is still fresh, and we'll see you on the inside.
Honestly, one of the things I love most about this business is seeing people from all walks of life take a leap, even when it was scary, simply because deep down they know that, they are meant for more. And maybe if you are still wondering, this sounds amazing, but can someone like me really do it? This question is real. I asked myself too. And I think everyone, who actually started ask ourselves that same question. But the truth is, it's not about being perfect or know everything up front. It's more about saying yes and figuring it out along the way, learn and earn, like I mentioned before. That's exactly why we invite a few special guests to join us today. They are not influencers, they are not tech support, they are not tech experts, they are everyday people just like you and me who decide to take the first step. Each of them have a story worth hearing, and each story is a proof that behind every success is someone who actually simply started. So let's welcome our first guest to share like what this journey has meant for her. I want to introduce you to someone who actually, whose story actually touched me and inspired me most when I first started. She's a full-time working mom here in Singapore with 3 kids. And when you become a parent, right, especially a mom, right, you naturally become tougher. You push through even when life feels like a hamster wheel of work, bills, and she tried many different side hustles, faced setback, and even debts. Yet somehow she turned it around. How did she do it? I will let her share her story with you. Please welcome Elaine. Elaine, the floor is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank Xueping and Delphine for hosting this Zoom. And I'm very honored to be able to share my journey with all of you here online. That's my second one at the back. She is the entertainer for me all the time. All right, so, okay. So hi everyone, I'm Elaine. I'm a full-time working mom working in Singapore with 3 active kids in school. So every time when I'm at home, there's no down moment, even like right now. Okay, so like many of you, I grew up in a family where money was always tight. I started working very early as I think about coming to 16 years old. That's the legal age of working in Singapore. And for almost 30 years, I've been in the corporate world. Corporate world starting at a very low level, even up till now, yeah? So life used to be like a hamster wheels, like what Xueping has mentioned for me. I wake up early, I rush to work, I rush home, I settle the kids, I sleep and repeat the whole entire cycle the next day, every single day. And no matter how hard I work, the money just didn't seem to be enough. I tried different side hustle. For some of you who have known me, I'm a strong passive believer of building passive income, thinking that this will help. Yeah, I tried quite a number of it. Some worked for a little while, but most of them failed. And every failure didn't just cost me money. You know that building a business costs money. Yeah, so it does for me too. It costs and on top of that, it's not just the money. It costs me the time with my kids. It costs my sleep. And the worst of all, at one stage, it even cost my marriage. Almost. Thank goodness it didn't. Yeah, so there were nights when my husband and I argued about money. It was so often until there was only silence left. I remembered staring at the credit card's bill. I feeling ashamed of myself and wondering, how did I actually get to this point in my life? I was tired, very, very tired of working so hard and still feeling that life, I was drowning. Talking about it, I can even get emotional. Sorry about this, but this is really life, But because of this, it made me stronger as well. Then about 6 years ago, I stumbled upon this online business. At first, I was skeptical, like a lot of you. I thought that, isn't this another thing? Isn't it like, it looks like scam to me? Because honestly, I never been online. I was last time when I was doing Facebook scrolling, it's just looking at other people's life and whatever I think things online must be scam lah. So easily, I was really skeptical, and I was also concerned of what if I waste more time again? What if I wasted more money? Yeah, but at that point, I told myself, it's nothing changed, nothing changed. Since I was already in that situation, what more could I lose? So that thought, it was actually enough for me to just give one last try. And I was actually very grateful that I actually did. Well, it wasn't an overnight success, but gradually things started to shift. The training, thank goodness, the training was really simple. It's really step by step. The community was really strong, and I rebuilt. I rebuilt myself in life and in growth in whatever it is. I cleared my debts. So over the years, I actually achieved my very first 6 figures income through this business. And the best part at this moment is I have the freedom of choice. I can choose to spend time with my kids without the guilt. I can enjoy the weekend without stress, and to build a future that actually feel much, much lighter in compared to before. So whatever I share here is not to impress you, but because I know some of you listening today might be in the same place that I once was, tired, stuck, skeptical, or afraid to fear again, afraid to try, afraid of what the future look like. But here's the truth, no? Fear will never go away. And if you let fear decide, you will be in the same spot next year, the year after next, and the year after and after and after. Life doesn't wait for you. I've already stepped into the third quarter of my life, and I don't want to have another 10 or 20 years to waste being stuck. And maybe you don't either. So if you have been sitting on the fence and you are hesitant, but you are curious, don't wait for the next crisis to push you into action. Seriously, take the first step now. You don't need to be 100% ready. You just need to be brave enough to start. This could be the opportunity that you have been searching for. So, folks, people here joining here, I encourage you to connect with the person who invite you here. Click the link, in the chat box that's shared in the chat. So as I mentioned, that you'll be given the full proposal the moment that you take the next step. And as Xueping and Delphine mentioned, there's a 30-day refund policy in place within the 30 days, as long as you before proceeding to your strategy call. So it's really, really risk-free. Honestly, you won't find another business that lets you see the full picture without demanding you a full payment upfront. So once again, take the action now. Thank you so much. Return it back to you, Xueping and Delphine. Thank you.
Thanks, Elaine. Thanks, Evan, for the great sharing. When you're sharing your story, I felt so touched because I feel myself in your story as well. As a working mom to 3 kids, it's never easy. And from you always trying to, build side hustle to improve your life, but you didn't know that your side hustle that you have been trying hard to build actually cost you more time as well. So we got to get the right business strategy actually for the business that we want to build. So it doesn't mean that, as long as we go on one side hustle is the right one for us. So this is the time that you actually can check it out whether is this digital business the right fit for you by clicking on that 149. Okay, so next let's welcome Francisca. Francisca come on the way from Malaysia, and let me get her up to introduce herself. Hi Francisca.
Hi, Delphine. Thank you. Thanks to
Welcome.
Delphine and Xueping for hosting this webinar. You can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And thanks for giving me the chance to share my story. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Francisca from Malaysia. I've been on this business journey for over 2 years, and I'm excited to tell you how it has changed my life. I have worked in education for more than 20 years, and I truly love what I do. But the reality is Once I stop working, my income stops too. And over the years, I move a lot between countries, so I don't have the usual retirement funds like EPF in Malaysia or CPF in Singapore. That is why I was always searching for something more secure, something that would provide income when I don't have paycheck coming in. Yeah. So I tried all this time. I tried MLM, Forex, e-commerce, even I owned a cafe before. You name it, a lot of side hustle, I tried it. Some gave short-term result, but nothing stable. Yeah. Then the pandemic hit, my husband fell ill, medical bills drained our savings. And with age catching up, finding new job wasn't easy, especially in Malaysia. Yeah. Even though we are both experienced and educated, we were so panicked at that time, actually. That's when I came across this business. At first, I was skeptical. Yeah, 1 to 2 hours day, no selling, and still can build a real business. But then, because I was so curious, and I watched the webinar, the one like you did, that you are doing right now. At that time, it was hosted by our Canadian business partners. Yeah. Honestly, what convinced me was the 30-day refund policy. Yeah, just now they all mentioned about USD 149. Yeah, I was so attracted because of the 30 days refund policy. Because I thought, why not? Nothing to lose. If it's not for me, I'll just ask for a refund. So I paid USD 149, and that decision changed everything. Today, I still work 9 to 5, but I walk into the office with the lighter heart. Just like Elaine, lighter. Life seems lighter now because I know my business is quietly running in the background. Yeah, it gave me the courage to finally, which is one of the very important thing in my life, which is to remove the thyroid lump that I had. I had postponed of doing this for over 20 years because I used to fear losing my voice if I go for operations, because my voice is the main tool for earning a living as an educator. Yeah, but with this business, I have peace of mind to go through with the operations. Because of this as well, my husband and I travel more, and for the first time in years, we have done it without worrying about expenses. I feel excited about the future instead of fearful now. So if you are feeling stuck or looking for change, I encourage you to give this a try. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to change your lifestyle. Just sign up for USD 149, explore it for 30 days, and see if this is the right fit. If not, you can always get a refund. And at this time, you can, after this, you can reach out to the person who invited you. They will guide you through. This business has truly changed my life, and I hope it can do the same for you. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you're okay with my sexy voice. Huh? I hope it's clear enough. Okay, back to you, Delphine.
Yes, so thank you, Francisca, for sharing your journey. So, like Francisca say, as age catch up, right? Then, your opportunity in jobs actually reduce in Malaysia. I don't think that's true, Francisca. Actually, as you age, right, your opportunity actually go down, your value goes down. So when people say you have more experience in your work, and then is it really the truth? I don't think so. So what stands out to me is your spirit, and you never gave up, even after, many setback with different side hustle, and you did not actually give up trying, and you constantly keep looking. Luckily, you did not give up. Otherwise, you will not found something like this that actually suits you. You are the proof, that it's never too late to restart. And I'm truly happy for you, because not only you found a platform that actually suits you, you also found your purpose and your peace of knowing your retirement is secure. Your heart's feel lighter. I feel it too. So our last panelist is someone who actually holds a very special place in my heart. Her story always inspires me, and I'm also very truly grateful to her. So when I first came across her through an ad, at that time she was working in a demanding industry, managing her family brick and mortar business with so much on her plate, yet somehow she still managed to build this business on top of it. And I still remember I was thinking, if someone like her with a science background like me can do it, maybe I can too. And thanks to her guidance, I took that jump into the unknown, and so I found my own light. So it's really my honor today to introduce Janice. So let her share her story. Hope her story will inspire you to take that jump just like what I did back then. Yes, Janice, please share your story.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheping, for that wonderful introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Janice. I'm from Singapore. I am a mother of two, a housewife, a daughter to her aging parents. So I work full-time in the oil and gas industry, a very fast-paced, a very high-pressure environment where I was constantly on the go. In the middle of the night, during public holidays, I don't get to really rest because of the industry, how the industry runs. Okay, so when we talk about oil and gas, everybody will say, "Wow, good income." The plant is in somewhere very closed up. You need permission to enter the island, but people only look at us from the outside. They never, when we manage the work, right, it's so tedious. And the thing is, I didn't have paper qualification to end up where I was. I was just a diploma holder, and I am a job hopper. To be honest, I have been hopping job like every 2-3 years, because I want to. I mean, in Singapore, not the only way, the faster way to get increment is to job hop, because I don't have paper qualification, right? And I believe you guys agree. Unless I go for further studies, either nighttime or part-time or overseas, right? But I was lucky enough, I met a boss that he sees my talent and he recruited me into this industry. But you guess what? 1 month after joining this job, I thought I could retire in the oil price slump, and the company went into bankruptcy, which was not something that I expected. All right. And in my 40s, I had no backup plan. I was lost. I don't know what to do. I have been hopping for the past 10 years. I thought it's a job that I will retire, and coming to 40s, am I going to start the cycle again, which I don't want, right? So after the company went into bankruptcy, they sold the assets, including us. We are adopted child of the new organization. I was in the same desk. I traveled the same journey to work, but it's a different boss I see, right? And I was not being treated the same, even though it was in the same role. And unfortunately, COVID came, right? Everybody knows that pandemic, and everybody's we changed the role, we changed the style of working to home base. And that time, my husband lost his job. So I was a single income. It was a very tough journey for me because I was very stressed out being a single income, being in a situation in a company that deals with oil, where planes are not flying, cars are not traveling, and I have to handle my kids, and I'm bringing stress home till I went into depression because I was so afraid of losing my job. I've witnessed my colleagues who has been working in a company for more than 20 years, and in just one statement, you are underperforming, they let them go without any compensation, right? So it was so-called a trick, I would say, that the corporate use to minimize the payouts that they need to use as investment of the number of years of service. which I didn't find it very fair, right? So it was that time at my lowest point, I actually came across this digital business. I had no business background. All I know about is how to turn on the valve, how to optimize the oil loss and gain. And when I came to this business, I was like, what is this? Right? I have no idea how to run it, what the people are doing. Like most of you, you see the sharing, I'm confused equally, right? But I know things need to change somehow. I want the industry, the trend, where we are moving forward is all about digitalization, right? And for me, without paper qualification, going into another industry, I don't think I can match back the pay that I get, right? And with the youngsters coming up, graduating, they are our competitions. Right? So I know I need to do something different. I know I need to work on something. But I don't know what. Right. So when I step on this, I just followed the steps. I paid the 149 and I understand the business plan. And I'm grateful that, 4 years ago, I made that decision to start this business after understanding the business plan. 4 years into this business, it has given me time. It has given me peace of mind. It has given me my time with my family, my children, and somehow it salvaged my marriage. And 4 years into this business, in fact, the income actually has grown more than what I'm getting from the corporate. So, and I mean, our sharing here is not to, push you into a business, into joining a business, but it's really to encourage and inspire you about what's possible out there. And it's about you that you want to take action, you want to change, that you do something different. Okay, so I hope my sharing today, actually I wanted to add on is that currently my husband is still not working, but he is also in his health is also not in a good condition. So end of last year, he actually was detected with cancer, and currently we are going through treatments and the process to make him well, right? So I am very grateful that I started this business and, and it's automated most of the time. I don't have to worry how to run this business as much as running a typical or traditional business, right? And it truly gives me that time that I need to be with my family and when they are needed. So I hope my story inspire you, whatever your situation is, take that step to make a difference. Thank you. Thank you, Sheping and Delphine.
Thank you, Janice. Thanks for the great sharing. From Janice's story, I can feel how bad her situation is. So this is a call, it is a calling to all of us that we do not let ourselves fall into a situation where we do not have any other options. Okay, it is very common for people to actually just say, wait, okay, just wait lah, wait. Okay, it's not urgent now, wait, So this is very common. But when a crisis fall on us and we started to panic and we start to look for an immediate solution that can actually help us overnight. But we know that, there isn't any immediate solution. Whatever it is, it's just like Lego. You just have to build it up level by level. Okay. And how strong it is depends on how much effort you put in at the base. Okay. So, but let's be realistic. Maybe we can wait for our bill. We can wait, but our bills cannot wait. Your monthly expenses, all the bills that comes in piling up, they can't wait for you. Okay, your family can't wait, your children can't wait, your parents can't wait. For Janice, she's a sandwich generation. She has her elderly parents to look after, she has younger kids to look after, and she's the only sole breadwinner. So what is the solution? So this digital business became her backup plans. So with all the three panelists sharing on their stories, we hope that it inspires you to actually start to look for your backup plans and to start building the life that you need. Okay, don't get sabotaged by your company, working 9 to 5 for them. So we have to start planning before our worst situation actually happen to us. So thank you for spending, your afternoon with us. Your time is precious. We understand it's a great Saturday afternoon, and we don't take it lightly as well. So it is so often that we have to spend that 149, on things that don't give us back. Just like government give us, CDC voucher. It's so happy, everybody, we go and buy food, we go and buy whatever, and some of them, I heard they go and buy concert tickets and all this thing, but how all these things can actually change your life to be better. So one is 149 to all of us right here. Let's be practical. Okay, if the 149 can really change your life, to in the short future, to let you have a better life, to be a backup plan for your family as well, this is something that you should really be looking at. Okay, so what if at this time that 149 open you up to a real system, real mentorship, and also real shot at rewriting your family future? This isn't a hype, okay? It is the same system that helped many of us, full-time working mom like me, okay, finally break out from paycheck to paycheck cycle, and the same for the three panelists who is sharing their story. Okay, so show what can really be the change. Okay, the QR code is there, it's right there, and the link is in the chat. So take that next 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes to actually activate your access. And remember, it is risk-free for 30 days. So if not now, then when? Don't tell me wait again.
Yes, because what's the real cost of waiting? More late nights at a job that actually drain you, more missed moment with your kids while chasing, the so-called stability, which is actually not stable for jobs these days, and of the same year after year, or maybe reaching retirement age, without a solid plan, still worry if your saving will last, depleting your CPF. I don't know whether will they actually extend, the withdrawal of CPF. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're here today for a reason, right? And the reason is bigger than comfort, bigger than fear. So this business framework that we have really shared today was actually created for everyday people like us who are actually done, have enough of settling, who want freedom, more time, more choice, who want to give their child or kids, a better future while securing theirs, and who want to retire with dignity, knowing that they have a backup plan. Because, sometimes you are being forced to retire even if you do not want to. And today we invite you to do the same. Activate your 149 access now. And connect with the person who actually invited you here today. Or you can actually wait for them, when your payment come through, they can actually, they will reach out to you. And this step is really risk-free. After evaluating the business framework, if you feel like isn't for you, you can actually, ask for a refund. That's how confident we are in what we have. So remember, you are here for a reason. Maybe it's to be more present for your kids, or maybe to ease that, pressure of rising costs, or maybe to prepare for retirement, just like I do, to live well without depending on anyone or on a job anymore. Whatever it is, one thing is clear, you want to change. Otherwise, you will not be here, right? So, and think about this, September is already ending. In just 3 months, we'll step into 2026. That's how time fly. Whether you take action or not, time still move by. So the question here today is, where will you be when the new year comes? You have already taken a big step by showing up today here. So why not, just take that little step. The next one, activate your 149 and see the full picture for yourself. Because, seriously, staring at the QR code won't change anything. You remain, where you are feeling stuck in the same cycle. Maybe you will be attending more and more, webinar, scrolling through options, and then still searching for the answer, but never find a real solution. But what if this is the solution you have been searching for? And what if the three months from now on, you step into 2026 with a clarity, a plan, and a momentum instead of regrets? We believe in your potential, and now it's time, to believe and invest in yourself. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us here today. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care and goodbye. Host, do you want to say anything, Delphine?
Thank you. Yes, do take the chance right now because you won't know where you will be in next year, September 2026. Okay, so make that change now. You could be in a better place in September 2026 or even earlier. Okay, so thanks for coming to this webinar, and we hope that you don't go on webinar hopping, because this is really the webinar that you should be closing up your life with. Okay, so click on that 149 right now, and we will see you on the inside. Thanks for coming. Thank you for this great afternoon. See you. Bye.